To do something on Ethereum blockchain, what you need is a wallet software. Now, what's a wallet? Well, one such wallet is MetaMask. This is one brand of wallet software. Wallet software basically enables you as a user to connect to the blockchain network. Now, how does a blockchain network actually look like? We will get into that in the subsequent videos, but let's just bear with me and try to just play simple. So I am on this website called metamask.io. This is one of the wallet softwares. This will help me transact currency, Ethereum currency between, let's say, my friends. So I would go and install this extension, or you can install your browser. So if you're on Firefox or Opera, you can rather try them. Add. The installation starts below. And after the installation completes, this fox-like icon starts to appear on the top right. And we have this new tab appearing. I'll get started. To keep things simple, I will just go and create a wallet. We will talk about importing wallets as well in coming times and what seed phrases are. I agree. I'll choose some random password, something that I can remember. Now here's something interesting. MetaMask right now asks us to back up this thing, what it calls as a secret phrase. Now, what's this secret phrase? Well, to see the secret phrase, I will go and click this link, click this button. Okay. It wants me, MetaMask says that I must keep this phrase secure somewhere and maybe back up this phrase somewhere. There are various ways to, like in a bank account, you have to log in your bank website with a username and a password. In a wallet, you log in with not often with a username and a password, but rather you log in into a blockchain wallet using either a secret phrase, and there are more ways to log in into a blockchain wallet. We will talk about them as well as in our coming up videos, but this is at least one of the ways. So because this is like username, password, this has to be kept secure. So you keep this secure somewhere. For now, I have just copied this here, and I will press the next button. And just so that MetaMask can ensure that I have memorized this password well, it is asking me to type the same 12-worded phrase, secret phrase again. So here I go. The first word is plug, 12, soup, amused. So right now, when you are watching this video, you have this secret phrase, my secret phrase with you. Obviously, this secret phrase is leaked, which means that if I actually try to do any transactions with some real Ethereum currency using this account, then you would be able to also do the transactions on my behalf, because you can now use this secret phrase and log in with my account, and you can also transfer the funds out of my account. So you know basically that you have to keep this very, very secret. Save, hen, give, repeat, bronze. Okay, confirm. All right, so it asks me to probably back up the phrase somewhere. All done. All right, so I am logged into MetaMask finally. It says that I am right now using account 1. So by pressing this button, I can see in a pop-up the same window that I see here. So what do I see in this new tab? Let me close this. what I see basically is that I have this account and I have right now 0 Ethereum in this account. So how do I get some Ethereum in here? And that too, some Ethereum which I can, probably send to someone. Well, one option is to actually buy Ethereum from someone who already has Ethereum. But if you're just starting with blockchain, one good idea could be to not buy any Ethereum at all, but just play around for the sake of this demonstration. So what I will do is that I will get myself some fake free Ethereum. For that, what I will go and do is that I will try to change this network from this drop down. When I click here, I see that right now I'm on this network called main Ethereum network, and I have option for either Ropsten test network or Coven or Rinkbay or a few more networks. Right now I'm on main. I will just go and choose Ropsten test network. Now what's the test network, by the way? Well, think of it as a network. So for example, right now when you are banking with your bank, with your friend, when you try to send some money to your friend, and you're using bank uses a network to make the transaction happen between you and your friend. But in Ethereum, you have a couple of test networks as well. It is very useful for people to try Ethereum on these test networks. It is very useful for blockchain programmers especially, but also for people who are just going to try blockchain as a user and not do any real transactions. So you can go and choose any of these networks, but for the sake of this demonstration, I will choose Ropsten test network. And the next, so what now I would go and do is that I would want to get myself some Ethereum. And because I'm on test network, I should be able to get someone who can give me some Ethereum on a test network. Why? And that too for free. Why? Because this Ethereum that I get on the test network, this means nothing. If this account has some Ethereum on the main network, then it actually means real money, but not on any of these test networks. Okay, so who can give me some free Ether, the currency of Ethereum? So I will Google for this thing called Ropsten faucet. I'll just go and open the first link, and they ask me to enter my test account address. I tell them that my address is this. If I click here, I would be able to copy this entire address. So what is my address? If I click here, it says it's copied. If I try to paste it here, you will see it's this huge number. So think of this as your bank account number. Someone can actually send you some cryptocurrency on this address. And by the way, while we continue to talk about bank accounts, cryptocurrencies, this is like a bank account number. Well, this address is not just like a bank account number. It is in a way an ID of you as a user on the blockchain, which means that not just for sending Ether to one another. There are lots of things, use cases that you can accomplish on Ethereum. And whenever you are interacting with someone, let's suppose you want to use Ethereum not to transfer money, but maybe to just take note of that, maybe how many bananas you gave to your neighbor. Okay, so there's a neighbor community which just tries to sometimes send bananas, sometimes send apples to each other's homes, and they are just wanting to store this data on blockchain. So if every house has an account, this is how each of their accounts will look. Everyone will have a little uniquely looking address, and with that address they can identify themselves. Anyhow, I will just press this button, send test Ether, and see if I get some free money. So I press this button and it says that the test ether has been sent, and it here did below gave me this transaction address. So I clicked on that transaction address and opened it in a new tab here. It says it's a pending transaction, which means the transaction is still not yet into the blockchain. The transaction is being processed. It may take a couple of seconds, maybe a couple of minutes, but often it is a couple of seconds. So I will wait and maybe refresh. Okay, so this is a success. And 44 seconds ago, this transaction was requested, and finally it has been put into the blockchain. So what this basically says is 1 ether has been sent from this generous guy. So this guy gave me some fake free test ether, and this is my address here. And this is the address of the guy who is on this website, who is running this website. Okay, let me just open my MetaMask, shall we? Okay, so magically we have 1 ether with us. Sometimes there might be a little glitch. You might actually see success here, but you still might not have the additional ether appearing here. Just in case if that happens, sometimes it may help in MetaMask, it may help to just change your network back to main and then again to Robston. Okay, all right. So this was a very quick demo on how to use the wallet software. There's a lot more about wallets, which we will be covering in the subsequent videos. So stay tuned. We'll talk about lots of things about wallets, such as what is this secret phrase actually, what are the ways to keep your account safe. And again, as just for some exercise, ask your friends to also create, install MetaMask on their machine. They will have a unique address, and try using the send button and ask them for their address and use the send button to send them some test ether. So maybe send them half an ether and see how it goes. It's going to be fun. All right, guys. So see you in the next video where we talk more about the kinds of networks, how to create multiple accounts, how to import accounts, what are private keys, how to keep yourself secure, or how to get yourself hacked when on blockchain. So this was a very quick one, and the next video, among the various videos, the very next video that we will start with is what actually blockchain is. We will try to understand now through some theoretical understandings. So that was a quick hands-on demo on how to use blockchain to transfer money. We will now try to use blockchain to do lots of other more things as well. But before we go into some more hands-on demonstrations, it would be great if we actually try to understand a little bit more theory now in our next videos on what blockchain actually means. What does the word block mean? What does the word chain mean? So in the next few videos, we will try to answer those questions. See ya.